Hello everyone, my name is Kazwe Patrick and I'm going to discuss the cause of disease. First and foremost, we shall begin with the historical view of disease cause, and this we shall look into the epochs. So the epochs are also known as eras or generations in simple terms. So these are periods of development through which pathology was made a science. First and foremost and the earliest epoch is the demonic epoch. So during this epoch, disease was associated to evil powers, meaning that everyone who would fall sick was to be marked as the person who was either sinful or an unrighteous person, and that the only solution was to be gotten from the spiritual healers who was there by then. Then we have the humoral epoch. Hippocrates, who is also referred to as the father of medicine, explained that disease was due to improper mixture of body fluids that are also known as humors. And in this humoral epoch, he put up his theories, and according to them, four fluids are responsible for health. One is blood, which is from the heart, black bile, which is from the spleen, yellow bile, which is from the liver, phlegm or mucus, which is from the brain. And that if any of these are in incorrect proportions, disease state results. Again, according to his theory, he said that four elements are responsible for the changes in humors. Remember, we said humors are the body fluids. So these elements that influence are water, air, earth, and fire. So the evidence of his theory is provided by these facts. 1. During disease, there is a tendency of increased discharge of some fluids. For instance, we shall see increased sweating, increased urination, dropsy. Simply dropsy is just increased accumulation of fluids, which might lead to swelling. Then there is mucus discharge. Secondly, when excess blood is lost, death will result. Thirdly, during certain diseases, there is yellowing of mucous membranes, which is known as icterus, and bluish discoloration of mucous membranes, which is known as cyanosis. During disease, the body might become excessively hot due to fire or cold as the earth. And the last evidence is that the animal will die when it fails to breathe. So when we look closely and comprehend all of these facts, we shall see that they are related to the elements that were proposed to influence the humors. Then we have the organic epoch. During this epoch, illness was associated to changes within the organs and systems in the body. So this implicated that the organs were the seats of disease, meaning that any disease was having an association to a certain organ within the body or organ system. And prominent figures who pushed for the discoveries during this epoch were Jean Fanel and Johann Baptista Morgan. Then we have the cellular epoch. The cellular epoch was marked by the discovery of microscopes by Rudolf Virchow, who is also referred to as the father of modern pathology. So the microscope enabled the scientists by then to have a close view of cells, and they began to know what affects the cell and will bring about disease in a healthy person or healthy organism. So Virchow put up postulates, and these include: 1. The organs are made of tissues and the tissues are made of cells. Secondly, cells are the basic units of life. Thirdly, cells possess irritability. Fourthly, disease is due to cell injury. Then the fifth, nutritional upsets can cause disease. It is during this cellular epoch that molecular epoch was given birth to, and during molecular epoch, several genetic factors and proteins and other molecular particles were studied to find the interaction with disease cause. Then we have the post-genomic epoch. So this came after the discovery of the genetics, genomes, and with it, there was a discovery that there is an interaction of multitudes of genes to bring about disease. So in the modern day, we have classification of disease cause, and disease cause is mainly classified as viable or non-viable. The viable is that is brought about by living organisms such as the microbes, and then we have the non-viable where we have the physical and the chemical. The physical is the one that is brought about by trauma, which is due to pressure, abrasions, frictions. Then we have thermal, which may be due to heat or cold. Then we have radiations. Then the chemical, it is mainly due to the poisons, which may be of plant or animal origin. Then we shall also have the organic and then the inorganic substances. And lastly, we shall understand the difference between disease and infection. With the disease, we have seen that it is genetic, meaning there are genetic factors that are underlying certain disease cause. Then in disease, certain diseases come or arise as a result of aging or senescence, which is not the case for infections. Then nutritional imbalances can result to disease, and infections are not dependent on nutritional imbalance. Then a workload imbalance within the body can result to disease. When the body is overwhelmed by work, it can bring about a disease state, which is not the case for the infections. Then also diseases can have idiopathic causes, which is not the case for the infection. Infections are caused by specific and known microorganisms. Thank you very much for listening. See you then.